Welcome to Shine Movement Space. In today's class, we'll be using a small ball to help us activate our deep core muscles. This is a beginner-friendly routine and great for days when you want to tune into your body and move intentionally. I hope this session helps you to feel focused and grounded. Find yourself a place to set up and let's get moving and shine together. Hello. Thanks for being here today. We're going to be using a small kind of playground ball or yoga ball for this Pilates-based routine, and we are going to start in a Z sitting position. If this is uncomfortable for your hips, you can also start in a cross-legged position as well. We're going to put that ball outside of the front thigh, and then we reach our hand up towards the ceiling. We press down through that ball, we lift up and over and send the ball out. And then we exhale, bring it back in. So a mermaid stretch to start this routine. We press out. We reach long, finding that diagonal stretch through the side of our body. We reach up and over. I'm pressing into the ball to activate underneath my armpit and my side body here. We reach up and over. So we're bending. It's a stretch and activation. We bring it back up. This is really nice to move your spine in ways that you might not normally throughout your day. Keeping yourself mobile and moving, because sometimes when you need to reach something, this move might sneak up on you, and we want your body to be ready for everything. We reach out and over and we come back up. Let's do one more. Reach out and over. Energy. Reaching in a long line and then come back up. Come back to the middle, let the arm float down, roll your shoulders. I feel that fire up my side body from underneath. Let's swing our legs around and do the other side. Okay, so ball comes outside of that front knee. We feel even throughout our hips. We're gonna reach that opposite arm up, press down into the ball as you reach long. We exhale. Pull everything back into the center. Inhale, reach nice and long. Exhale, press down to pull it up. Using the opposition to help us activate. Reaching up and over. Good. Taking a moment, just coming into your body. Letting go of whatever your day has brought so far. Focusing in just on this video, just on your breath, on your own body. Exhale. Few more. Inhale up and over. Exhale. Pull it back to center. Let's do one more. Inhale up and over. And exhale. Pull everything back to center. Let the arm float down. Roll your shoulders. Very nice. So let's extend our legs out to the side now. You're going to take that ball in your hands. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, tip the pelvis under. Draw the abdominals in. You can bend your knees. You're going to let that ball come in between your knees and then let your feet find the floor. Take a moment, inhale here, let your hands come to your ribs. On the exhale, feel that rib cage slide together. Feel heavier into the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, can you lengthen through the back of your neck just a little bit more? Inhale. On the exhale, let your hands float to the sides. From here, inhale, we exhale, squeeze inwards on that ball. Inhale to open. Exhale, a little squeeze on that ball. I want you to think about the muscles that are activating here. I want you to focus on those inner thighs. Feel like they have two magnets that are drawing together. Exhale, squeeze using those inner thighs. Maybe the glutes want to take over a little bit, but for now, just try to target those inner thighs. Lifting up through the pelvic floor as well. It's all connected. Inhale. Exhale, hold that squeeze now. From here, we inhale. Nice deep breath all the way down, filling our abdominal cavity. Exhale, we scoop. Tip your pelvis under. You're going to roll up into a shoulder bridge, thinking about rolling one vertebrae at a time into your bridge. Inhale at the top. Exhale, set the spine down like it's a pearl necklace, setting it down one bead at a time, one vertebrae at a time. Lowering it back down to the mat. Inhale at the bottom, release the glutes. Exhale, squeeze on that ball, and then tip the pelvis under, curling on up to your shoulder bridge once more. Really taking the time to feel the space in between the vertebrae here. Inhale. Exhale. Lower back down, especially in the middle here. Trying to get one piece back to the mat at a time. Takes a lot of control. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze that ball, tip the pelvis under. Let's do one more. Rolling up. And just because we're moving slowly does not mean that we're not activating and really getting in touch with our body here. Inhale at the top, we exhale. Little squeeze on that ball, we slowly lay the spine down. This is going to warm us up just a little bit through our glutes as well. We're gonna need this later because we're coming back to the shoulder bridge in a bit. From here, inhale here, exhale, slide the rib cage together, and then maybe you find just a slight tuck of the pelvis. So you really want to activate those lower abdominal muscles, and then you're going to float your feet up to 90-90, or your legs up to 90-90, I should say. Inhale, arms float up in line with your ears. Rib cage stays closed. We exhale, nod chin to chest, curl up to a C curve with your upper spine. Inhale to lower. Exhale, pressing down. Inhale, lower down. Little squeeze on that ball. We don't want to forget about those inner thigh activation. And lower down. Pressing through the air. Feel like you're trying to resist through the air here. I want you to think of ribs gliding closer to the hips. Chin tucks just slightly so that we're not pulling from the neck. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. On the next one, exhale. Stay up and hold. Let's squeeze that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold the squeeze. Pulse our arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you curl higher? Good. Lower down with control. Good. Let your toes come together. So you have a little diamond shape with your feet now. You're going to let your hands support your neck here. Inhale here. On the exhale, squeeze that ball. Inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze. So on the exhale, our legs are going to continue that squeeze. And at the same time, we're going to reach up and over towards that opposite knee with the opposite shoulder. So we exhale, reaching, finding that squeeze and that oblique curl. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, squeeze and reach. Inhale, center. You might feel that pretty deeply in those obliques with that squeeze of the ball. So of course, use your own discretion, listen to your body, but we want to use that little activation to help us feel into the exercise even more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Now it's your choice. If you want to, you can also stay hovering your head up in the center. and center. I find that when I'm also squeezing the ball, sometimes it's easier for my body and brain to lower in the middle. That's up to you. We have just a few more here, reaching up and over, thinking armpit heads towards that opposite knee. And let's do one more each side. Very nice. And last one. Very nice. Come back to the center. Hug your knees towards your chest. Sway side to side just a little bit, taking a little break. You can roll your ankles as well. All right, we're coming back down with control. Lower your feet towards the mat. Your heels can come just a little closer to your bum. We find parallel legs here. Inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to lift your pelvis straight up into the shoulder bridge. So we rolled up before. This time we're pressing down through the mat, lifting with our glutes and lifting straight up. Here we go. Inhale here. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift. Finding your bridge. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, when we lift, we really feel that connection from the top of our knees, our ribs, our hips, lowering down, feeling that nice long line in our exhale, to lift. Inhale to lower. If your back is extra flexible, you might be tempted to extend further up. But for this exercise, even if it is flexible, I want you to really think about those ribs connected to the hips. Try to keep one solid piece here. So maybe you don't extend that extra bit at the top, but that's not the exercise here. We're using our glutes and our hamstrings a bit to lift us up, lower down. Few more. And lower. All right, we're gonna take it into a little pattern here. So we're gonna do 4 lifts and lower. We exhale, lift. Find a little tempo here and lower. 2 more. And lower, we hold up on the next one, stay there. Lift your heels and lower. Heels and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Now we lift them up, hold them there. We squeeze the ball for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We pulse our hips up for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We lower everything down for 4, for 3. Lower the heels for 2. Take a breath for 1. Let's repeat it. We lift into our shoulder bridge. Heels stay down to start. And lower. And lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Last one, we lift and hold it up. We do our heels next. We lift our heels and lower. We lift and lower. Trying to keep those ankles nice and straight. And we hold it up. And we squeeze the ball for 4, for 3, for 2. Hold that squeeze on the last one. Pulse the hips for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hold it there. Let's hold for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's lower for 4 and 3. Heels come down for 2. Release. Very nice. You can take that ball out. Sway those legs side to side. Good. I hope you enjoy that bridge series here. For the last little piece of this class, we're going to press our hips up into a bridge one more time and let that ball come underneath our hips. I want you to take a moment, feel nice and centered on the ball. Tailbone is flat. The ball is directly kind of in the middle there. Feet can heel toe out just a little bit wider. And then you can find a little sway side to side with your hips. I know that it might look funny, but hopefully it feels really nice on your lower back and on your pelvis. Good. And then let's come back to the center. Walk your feet in just a little bit here. I want you to engage those lower abs, float those legs up. Find a nice 90-90 position. We're going to reach one leg long and bring it in. Other leg reaches long and bring it in. Notice that I'm moving from my hip. My toes may or may not tap the floor completely, but I want you to make sure you can keep that rib to hip connection that we found in the shoulder bridge, so that back is not swaying to let you tap your leg down. You're really nice, strong, and connected here. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, pull it back to center. Inhale, lower. Exhale, center. If you want a little more, you can try floating your hands up, either over your chest or in line with your ears. That's going to give you a nice balance challenge. Reach and center. Few more, however feels comfortable for you. Really engaging those abdominals to pull the leg back in. One more each side. And center. Very nice. Hug those knees in if you need a little break. And then we're going to reset back to that 90-90 position. This time, opening up our legs back to that diamond shape. I'm thinking my heels come together, my toes are apart. I'm going to exhale, extend my legs on the high diagonal. Inhale, pull them back in towards my sitting bones. Exhale. And inhale, heels come back in towards your pelvis. We exhale, send the legs long. Inhale, bring them in. As the legs go long, we think about not arching our spine, keeping that connection with our core, pressing energy out through our heels and drawing the inner thighs together. I know it's so much. Exhale. And inhale. But that's what's great about Pilates. We're connecting body, breath, coordination, control, all the things. Exhale, working those deep stabilizing muscles. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, leave the legs long here. You're gonna open them up slightly. Circle those legs, hinge them up to 90, and then press back down on the diagonal. Inhale, open them up. And then we exhale, press them down. Using our core to stabilize us. And one more. Good, guess what? We're gonna reverse that circle now. So hinge those legs back to 90. Open them up. It's a nice small circle so that we're nice and controlled. Inhale, hinge it back up. Exhale, open around to the diagonal. You have 2 more. Inhale, hinge. Whew. I can't look to the side. I lose my core control. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring it up to that 90-degree hinge. Splitting the legs. We have little pulses for scissors for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5. If you have shifted off of that ball, really come back on top of the ball with your pelvis. Good. 1 more each side. I lost track of my counting. Sorry about that. Good. Very nice. From here, just open the legs to the side and stretch here. I want you to stretch however is comfortable for you. You can take kind of a happy baby pose. Let that ball roll onto your lower back if that feels good. Or just stretch with your legs to the side. I'm gonna hit my wall if I do that, so I'm gonna keep my knees bent. Very nice. When you're ready, let your feet find the floor again. Knees sway side to side. Good, you can heel toe your feet in, lift your hips, take the ball out, and then roll on over to your side and press yourself up to seated. All right, that was our class today, my friends. Come to a comfortable seated position to end. Nice big inhale here, scooping up all the good energy in the room. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. You can close your eyes. Inhale. Thank yourself for doing something good for your body and mind today, for really getting deep with our control and precision. Inhale here. Exhale, feel your heart beating, feel alive. Inhale. And on the exhale, let your arms flow open, let your eyes flow open, let your shoulders roll up, down, and back. Very nice. I thank you, my friend, as well. Thank you for being here, for joining me. I really hope that you feel your own inner stability, that you feel grounded and focused also in your mind today. If you did enjoy this class, I would also really appreciate a like, a subscribe, a nice encouraging comment. It really helps me to know that this is making a difference to anyone. So I really do appreciate each and every one of those that I get. Also, make sure to check the description. There's some complimentary classes using the small ball that will go really well with this one. So be sure to save those if you want some more. And above all, my friend, I really hope that you feel good and that you continue to shine throughout the rest of your day. Hope to see you again. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.